श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम्। श्रील बलदेव विद्याभूषण विरचित ऐश्वर्य कादम्बिनी। प्रथमा वृष्टिः कृष्णापिदायै कनकाम्बरायै श्यामाब्जतन्वै सरसीरुहायै नित्यश्रियै नित्यगुणव्रजायै नमोऽस्तु तस्यै परदेवतायै सनातनं रूपमिहोपदर्शयन् आनन्दसिन्धुं परितप्रवर्धयन् अन्तस्तमस्तोमहरः सराजताम् चैतन्यरूपो विदुरद्भुतोदयः। Translation of Sri Aishwarya Kadambini. The monsoon of Lord Krishna's opulence, of Srila Baladeva Vidyabhushana, first shower, the spiritual world. I offer my respectful obeisances to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose form is like blue lotus flower, who wears golden ornaments, who possesses a multitude of eternal transcendental qualities and opulences, and who bears the name Sri Krishna, appearing in this world with Srila Sanatana Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami, and bringing great tidal waves to the ocean of transcendental bliss. May the wonderful and splendid rising moon of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dispel the darkness within our hearts. Bahubhuma saudasadrusho vijnanagano bahistomastomat paramavyoma bhikyo vibhati vishnor mahadbhuto lokaha. Lord Vishnu's very wonderful realm is named Paravyoma. It is like a great city of regal palaces. It is filled with the most exalted transcendental knowledge, and it shines far beyond the darkness of matter. Aste Krishno yatra narayanatma vyohairjushto vasudevadi samyaihi khurvan kridam parshadagrama siddham Divyadbhuti Narasimhadirupi. In this spiritual world, Lord Krishna appears as Narayana, Vasudeva, and his other Chaturvyuha expansions, and as Lord Nrsimha and his other Leela expansions. In these forms, he displays his transcendental opulences and enjoys pastimes with his devotees. Nityam Lakshmiryam upaste svanatam Nana Rupa Bahurupam Parejam Chitsaukyatma Svasamabhissakibihi Sarvejana Bahusambara Purna. Appearing in many blissful transcendental forms, endowed with a host of transcendental opulences, and accompanied by many friends, who are all goddesses like her, the supreme goddess Lakshmi eternally worships her husband Narayana, who also appears in many transcendental forms. Devyati tad upari loka kushastali madhupuri vrajabhikyaha Yasmin vilasati Krishno janai svakiyai sadevaki sunuhu. Above the Paravyoma are the realms of Dwaraka, Mathura and Vraja. In these places, Lord Krishna, the son of Devaki, enjoys transcendental pastimes with his friends and relatives. Dvaravatyam Madhupuryam cha Krishnam Shanairyadhyairuddhavadyaischcha Pujyam Nana Sampannivritayam Paresham Rukminyadya Sambhajante Shriyastam. In Mathura and in the opulent city of Dwaraka, Satyaki, Uddhava and many others worship the Lord, and many goddesses of fortune headed by Srimati Rukmini worship their husband, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shri Gokule Hari Rasau Vrajanata Sunuhu Shri Charchite Bahu Sakosti Sabrutya Vargaha Shri Radhika Priya Saki Biradishvariyam Samsevate Svasadrushi Birananya Vruttihi. Accompanied by many friends and servants, Lord Hari, the Prince of Vraja, stays in the beautiful and opulent realm of Gokula. Shri Radhika, along with her friends, who are all goddesses like her, continuously serve him without engaging in any other activity. Yevam rupo harirudbhati nityam Yadgopalopanishattam tataha Pradurbhavam sakadachit prapanche Apyanchet swami sakalam shair vishishtaha. The Gopala Thapani Upanishad explains that although Lord Krishna eternally remains in the spiritual world, sometimes accompanied by his personal expansions and confidential devotees, he descends to the material world. Madhuraishvarya charitra rupa vatvan Madhurat venurabachananda sunuhu Priyatamata purnatama janabrajacha Sputam mukta kavibir vibhurvariyan. Because of his great handsomeness, sweetness, charm and opulence, because of the musical sound of his flute, because he is filled with love, and because of his host of friends and relatives, great poets and philosophers say that Lord Krishna, the son of Maharaja Nanda, is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yiti Aishvarya Khadam Bhinyam Bhagavat Tripada Vibhuti Varnanam Nama Pratama Vrishtihi Dvitiya Vrishtihi Sankarshano Harirata Pralaya Basane Jivan Udikshya Karunakshubitan Samantan Praikshishtasva Prakriti Mandagatas Tatastu Pradurbabu Vurvurubo Gachayan Dadanaha. Second Shava. The Lord's appearance in the material world as the Purushavataras and other incarnations. After the period of universal annihilation was completed and the material world was again manifested, the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his form of Sankarshana glanced at the multitude of his own material universes and saw the suffering conditioned souls. Feeling compassion for them, the Lord appeared in the material realm and displayed his extraordinary opulences. Tesham svagarbeshu haristadabhut Pradyumna samyojanako virinche भवन्ति यस्मात् बहवो भतारा मीनादयोऽनन्तगुणा विभुम्नः. Appearing within each universe, Lord Sankarshana then expanded himself as Pradyumna, who became the father of Lord Brahma. The all-pervading Lord Sankarshana also expanded himself as Lord Matsya and countless other incarnations of Godhead, all manifesting unlimited transcendental qualities and opulences. Antaryami vyashti jiva vrajanam jhatasteshu kshiradhisto niruddhaha sardadevai kridati prajyatejas tesham shatrun nashayan yasamantat. He then expanded himself as Aniruddha, who resides on the Kshirodaka ocean and who also expands himself as the super soul, remaining within the hearts of all the conditioned souls. Lord Aniruddha enjoys pastimes with the demigods and displays his wonderful prowess by completely vanquishing their enemies. Yada yada rakshasas sainyajalair dharmakshati syat prashamaya tasyaha tada tada shri mahilasya ramaha sabasudevascha bhavet kadachit. Whenever and wherever the hosts of demoniac armies cause a decline in the principles of religion, at that time the Supreme Lord descends as Lord Vasudeva and Lord Brahma to stop the decline of religion. Prahladam yakkidyamanam svamrutyum vikshyastambad abhirasin nrusimha ugrodari tadripumsanukampaha Shri Govindo Nandasunu Sajiyat. Compassionately observing the sufferings of his devotee Prahlada, the Supreme Personality of Godhead assumed the ferocious form of Lord Nrsimha and killed his devotee's enemy. All glories to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Govinda, the son of Maharaja Nanda. Swayam harisa kadachit sadama saparshado yadi gachendrulokam bhuvo barasatadeyat pranasham babed bahusvajananam pramodaha. Lord Krishna, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, sometimes descends to the world of men with his associates and transcendental abode. He removes the burden of the earth and delights his devotees. Avirbhavet pratamam dama Vishnoh pitra dayakramatas-tatra mukyaha paschat asauramaya tatsamabhihi sardam prabhu paramardhi priyabihi. At first, the Lord's transcendental abode becomes manifest within this world, and then, one by one, the Lord's parents and other elderly personalities appear. After that, the Supreme Lord, full of transcendental opulences and accompanied by the goddess of fortune and her dear companions, who are all like her, appears within this world. Vidyastatra svayameva prabhatash chaturyaapyakila parshadeshu svasvapekshya haribhakti pratita vimrajeran nikila sampadascha. In these associates of the Lord are manifest all transcendental knowledge and expertise, all opulences and good fortune and ardent devotion to Lord Hari. Iti ऐश्वर्यखादम्भिन्याम् एकपाद विभूति भगवत्पुरुषाद्याविर्भावक्रमवर्णनं नाम द्वितीया वृष्टिः। तृतीया वृष्टिः वृष्णिर्वंशे देवमीढस्सयोभूत् भार्ये तस्य क्षत्रियार्ये प्रसिद्धे शूराभिक्यक्षत्रियायां कुमारः पर्जन्याख्यः सम्बभूवार्यकायाम्। Third shower, the appearance of Vasudeva and Nanda in the Vrushni dynasty. King Devamida was born in the Vrushni dynasty. He had two wives, Kshatriya and Arya. From Kshatriya, a son named Shura was born, and from Arya, a son named Parjanya was born. Shuradasid Vasudevo Mahatma Patni Yasya Praguna Devaki sa Parjanyatu Vrajabhupatsanando Patni Yasyottama Kantir Yashoda. From Shura was born the great Vasudeva, whose wife was the virtuous Devaki. From Parjanya, the king of Vraja, Nanda was born, whose wife was the splendidly beautiful Yashoda. Yasmin jate trideveshairakari Prityutfullair baravaditra goshaha Sthanam Vishnor Vasudevam sashaurer Manyodata Dvijasevi babuva. When Vasudeva was born, the demigods, blossoming with happiness, played musical instruments to celebrate the occasion. Vasudeva became very generous and a pious servant of the Brahmanas. He was respected by all. He became the place where Lord Vishnu made his appearance in this world. Vayyasakiryam kila sarvadevatam Jagada vidvanapi deva rupinim Sa devaki vishvadaram maheshwaram Dadara kukshau kimuchitramuchakaihi. The learned Shukadeva Goswami explained that Devaki is Deva Rupini, which means that she is the equal of all demigods. Within her womb, Devaki held the supreme personality of Godhead, the maintainer of all the universes. What could be more wonderful than this? Nanda Shrikanta Bhakto Vrajadarani Pati Shastra Viddharmanishtaha Samantai Snigdha Chittair Api Sachivavarai Shasanastair Varishtaha Prakari Varasaudo Parimita Davalaschitra Vaditra Nadair Jushto Yanair Atadyair Bahuvida Vibhava Sarvamanyasa Asit. Nanda was the king of Vrajabhumi and a great devotee of Lord Narayana, the husband of the goddess of fortune. Surrounded by many affectionate friends and counselors, he lived in a beautiful and opulent palace that resounded with wonderfully melodious instrumental music. He was the fabulously wealthy master of an unlimited herd of cows and bulls, and the possessor of many chariots and other vehicles. Because he was both a scholar, learned in all Vedic literatures, and a strict follower of religious principles, he was respected by all. Vishnur Vishvam Choshatu Kukshikone Yasyastanyena Patruptim Sabuma लक्ष्मीपादौ सादरात्मा बवन्दे सा कल्याणी केन वर्ण्यो यशोदा. Lord Vishnu, the omnipotent, all-pervading personality of Godhead, the master of the entire universe, became satisfied simply by sitting on Mother Yashoda's lap and drinking milk from her breast. Seeing Mother Yashoda's exalted position, the goddess of fortune personally offered respectful obeisances to her, bowing down to her lotus feet with great awe and reverence. Who can describe the auspicious good fortune of Mother Yashoda? Bandavo Brajapater Bahuvidyah Sagnayo Hariguru Dvija Bhaktaah Sampadoti Vipula Kila Yesham Denavo Bahuhayascha Virejuhu. Nanda Maharaja's friends and relatives were all intelligent, learned and devoted to Lord Hari and the spiritual masters and the Brahmanas. They carefully kept the sacred fire. They were the masters of many cows, bulls and horses. Asit Saka Vrushabhanur Mahipo Nandasya Yoguna Vrundairvariyan Khanyayata Pragunaradikasa Vedashriyam Madipam Yamavochat. Nanda Maharaja's friend King Vrushabhanu was full of all auspicious qualities, and his daughter Srimati Radharani was full of all auspicious qualities. The Vedas describe Srimati Radharani as the supreme empress who rules over all the goddesses of fortune. Pritim yasmin sushtu dhauryatrikagnyah prapussuta magada bandinascha sarva vignya darshitasva vidya yasmat kaman lebirete bimrugyan. Nanda Maharaja was a great patron of the arts, and talented poets, singers, musicians and dancers would display their skill to him. He would please all these artists by rewarding them handsomely and fulfilling all their desires. Danam basam yasya nadi biruchair nivrunnadi matrukam dadare Kalpadruma Kamadugascha Shashvat Kaman Samastan Bavrushur Manognan. His kingdom was the mother of many rivers, which bestowed abundant charity in the form of water. The Kalpa Vruksha trees and Surabhi cows in his kingdom eternally showered the fulfillment of all desires. Govardhano yasya saratna shailaha sunirjara kandara mandiradyaha pushpai falai sadya vasaishcharamyo yatartha nama vitatana sevam. In his kingdom there was a hill named Govardhana. Go means cow and Vardhana means increases. The hill was very appropriately named, for it amply nourished all the Surabhi cows by providing fresh grass for the cows to eat. Decorated with many jewels, swiftly moving streams, caves that appeared to be palaces, and nice fruits and flowers, this hill earnestly served Nanda Maharaja. Iti Aishvarya Khadam Bhinyam Vasudevo Nandhayo Vrushni Vamshodbhavityadi Varnanam Trutiya Vrushtihi Chaturthi Vrushtihi Bruhadvane Yasya Bruhad Kapatam पुरं बृहत्सौदवरं बबासे अजन्मनो जन्महरस्य यस्मिन् बभूव जन्म प्रगुणस्य विष्णोः. Fourth Shava, Nanda Maharaja's capital. Nanda Maharaja's large capital, full of many beautiful palaces and decorated with large regal gates, was splendidly manifested in the forest of Mahavana. In that city, Lord Vishnu, who is full of all auspicious transcendental qualities, who never takes birth and who rescues his devotees from the cycle of birth and death, was born in this world. Bhanubhupa bhavanam yadantike kanti kandala supushkalam babau preyasi brajavidor maheshwari sambabhuva kila yatra radhika. Nearby was King Vrishabhanu's splendid palace, whereby Queen Radhika, the beloved companion of Lord Krishna, the moon of Vraja, appeared in this world. Nandishvaradrirmani chitrasano rupetyakayam bahunirjarasya pushpai falaishchati manoharasya puram vrajeshasya mahattadasit. Charming Nandishvara hill bore an abundance of fruits and flowers. Near its summit, which was studded with jewels, stood the great city of the king of Vraja. Yasmin vichitrairmani vipranita bhanti sma harmyataka nishkutadayaha samana sutrairvihita vipanyaha Bhupasarasyascha tata vidastaha. In Nanda Maharaja's capital were many beautiful gardens, wells, ponds, marketplaces, and palaces studded with wonderful jewels. Yadaharan manoratna gopurair urubirashtabishcharu gopuraihi ruruchire brusham yeshu rakshinaha kanakabhushana bhupa pakshinaha. In Nanda Maharaja's capital were many beautiful residences for Surabhi cows and many large gates studded with jewels and protected by king's soldiers decked in golden ornaments. These opulences enchanted everyone's heart. Yanmadhyamam vrajapate kila saptabhumam saudaraja vimalam vilasat patakam vaidurya vidrumamasara mani pranita stambali jalabalabhikula satvalikam. In the middle of that city was Nanda Maharaja's splendid palace made of lazuli, precious coral, emeralds, and many other jewels, constructed with many large pillars, elegant windows and lattices, a beautiful roof, rooftop apartments, and many glistening flags. Nirastamayapi vichitramaya vaso ramaya nikilarchitasya sabha sabhananda nrupasya yasmin samajita shilpi varair adipi. Although expertly constructed with many playful and amazing tricks, the assembly halls of Maharaja Nanda, who was worshipped by everyone, were beyond the touch of the illusory potency, Maya. They were the residence of the goddess of fortune, and they were admired by the best of architects. Indra garbhara parvabhushitair yasya raja purushair adhishtitaah thoranascha kanakadi nirmitaah projjihana manitorana babuh. Outside the halls were large gates made of gold and jewels, and protected by royal guards whose handsome limbs removed the pride of King Indra. Nalika balibartma birjalaugaihi khatakastat sarasasamutpatadbihi sadaneshu sanishkuteshu yasmin jalayantran yudagur vichitrabani. In Nanda Maharaja's kingdom, there was a very wonderful system of aqueducts carrying water from the hills to every house and garden by a series of bamboo pipes. Vaidurya vajradi vinirmitani sphurat patakanya nishotsavani sadmani padma mahilasya vishnor babu prabhu tadyuti mantiryasmin. The splendid homes of the people in Nanda Maharaja's kingdom were made of lapis lazuli, diamonds, and many other precious gems, and were decorated with many glistening flags. In each home there were continual festivals celebrating the glories of Lord Vishnu, the husband of the goddess of fortune. Stirachayo bruhadbalayo chritaha kapishirashchayairati manjulaha girisarambubrutparikanchito yadamito lasatvarano varaha. Nanda Maharaja's kingdom was surrounded by a very tall, splendid, well-fortified wall with beautiful gardens on its topmost ramparts. Circling the entire kingdom was a great moat filled by streams flowing from the hills. Bandhana krashimagardama shabdaha keshamadya mruganabishu yasmin chamaradishu jadandaninadaha swarmitarata sarita saritsarasishu. The forests of Maharaja Nanda's kingdom were filled with the sound of musk deer, chamaras, and other wild animals as they walked through the mud and clay of the forest. The forest streams were filled with the sound of the waves rushing past the many lotus flowers. Thekshnata katinate yuvatinam varnita kila kataksha kucheshu chidrita kutilate kramataste mauktikeshu chakacheshu yatra puram bruhatsanu gire rupante hare priyam tadrushamudbabase sarasvati jushtamadi praviram yadadyatishtat vrushabhanubupaha. Maharaja Nanda's large, splendid and transcendental kingdom around Nandishvara hill was faithfully served by Saraswati, the goddess of learning. It was the favorite place of Lord Hari and it stood next to the kingdom of Maharaja Vrushabhanu. Iti Aishvarya Ghadham Bhinyam Shri Nanda Drupa Rajadhani Varnanam Nama Chaturthi Vrishtihi Panchami Vrishtihi Pradurbhuto Nandamevam Sakrishnaha Shriman Shaurim Chabibesham Bhujakshaha Thabhyam Yastam Vaida Dikshan Vitabhyam Tatpatnyau Samprapyatam Dhadratuste. Fifth Shava. Description of the festival of the births of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his associates. Lotus-eyed Lord Krishna, the master of all transcendental opulence and glory, entered Maharaja Vasudeva and appeared before Maharaja Nanda. Learned and exalted, Vasudeva and Nanda gave Lord Krishna to their wives, who both held him as their son. सख्योस्तयोर्देवगर्भत्वयोगाद् विद्युन्निबाकाय कान्तिर्बभासे सङ्गः सतां मोदयन्ती समन्ताद् वृन्दं द्विषां तापयन्ती समासीत्. Because of Lord Krishna's entrance in their wombs, the two friends Devaki and Yashoda became very beautiful. Appearing as splendid lightning, they delighted the pious devotees and pained the envious demons. Pradurbhavam bhajanmane mukunde vaditrani svayameva praneduhu samfullabodvanaraji samantat sardam chittairvijabhakta vrajanam. When Lord Mukunda, Krishna, appeared in this world, musical instruments sounded of their own accord, trees and flowers blossomed, and the minds and hearts of the Brahmanas and devotees also blossomed with happiness. Namasya basi padma besitastami nishardake Vrajeshwari sadurgakam harim sukadaji janat Asuta devaki chatam tadaiva kevalam muda Babuva moda sanchayas satam vishuddha chetasam. On the 8th night of the dark moon at midnight, when the star Rohini was near the moon, the queen of Vraja easily gave birth to twins, Lord Hari and the goddess Durga. And at the same moment, Devaki gave birth to a single child, Lord Hari. When Lord Hari appeared in this way, the pure-hearted devotees became filled with joy. Društva putram vasudeva paresham hrushtapradat ayutanga hrudaiva khamsagbito vrajarajasya geham ninye bratustvaritam tam praviram. Seeing his son and knowing him to be the supreme personality of Godhead, Vasudeva became filled with happiness and gave away millions of cows in charity within his mind. Because he was afraid of Kamsa, Vasudeva quickly carried his unlimitedly powerful son to the home of his brother, the king of Vraja. Hitva tasmin atmaputram Yashoda Kanyam nitva sopyadat Kamsaraje Aikyam bimbir arbayorva tadabod Yekanamsha chintya shaktir yatosau. Vasudeva placed his own son in Nanda's home, took Yashoda's daughter and gave her to King Kamsa. By Lord Krishna's inconceivable potency, the two Krishnas born separately from Devaki and Yashoda became one tiny child. Sotam vadan parijana bhaktrato harim paripluta parihita vesha bhushanaha achikaran nijatana yasya jatakam Dvijottamai shruta vidina vrajadipaha. From his associates, the king of Vraja learned about the birth of his son, who was in truth the supreme personality of Godhead. Overcome with joy, the king dressed in costly garments and ornaments and had the best of Brahmanas perform the birth ceremony according to the rules of the Shruti Shastra. Putrotsave sampradatau sanando harshardito bhupatir atyudaraha svalan kruta vatsa yutascha denuho shraddhanvito dveniyute dvijebhyaha. Nanda Maharaja was naturally generous and full of faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. overwhelmed with joy at the festive celebration of his son's birth, he gave 2 million nicely decorated cows along with their calves in charity to the Brahmanas.
सप्तप्रासाद् ब्राह्मणेभ्यस्तिलाद्रीन् रौक्मैश्चैलैरत्नवृन्दैश्च जुष्टान् जातः सर्वैस्तत्र चित्रो व्रजेसौ घाव सर्वा मण्डितान् गाबभूवुः.
Nanda Maharaja gave to the Brahmanas 7 hills of grain and along with many jewels, golden ornaments and costly garments. All the cows were carefully decorated for the occasion. Vraja became filled with wonder.
सोमाङ्गल्यम्बूसुरास्तत्र पेटुः स्फूतास्तद्वन्मा गदाबन्दिनश्च वादित्राणि स्फोटमाशु प्रणेदुर् गीतिं नृत्यं चातिचित्रं दिदीपे.
The Brahmanas, Sutas, Magadhas and Bandis recited auspicious prayers. Musical instruments were sounded and there was a great binder of singing and dancing.
सुतं ममितगुणं निशम्य गोपा व्रजनृपतेर्मुदितासुरं यवेषाः द्रुतमणिमयभूषणासु यत्नाः सदनमतबलिपाणयः समीयुः.
Hearing about the auspicious transcendental qualities of Nanda Maharaja's son, the cowherd people became full of joy. Nicely dressed, wearing jeweled ornaments and bearing valuable gifts in their hands, they eagerly went to the home of the king of Vraja.
व्रजपुरा वनिता विचित्र वेषा वरमणि कुण्डलनूपुरोरुहाराः तम् उपाययुर्उपायनग्रहस्ता नृपनिलयं हरिं मीक्षितुं प्रहर्षात्.
Dressed in wonderful colorful ornaments, beautiful jewel earrings, ankle bells and great necklaces, and carrying gifts in their hands, the women of the town of Vrajapura came to the king's palace, eager to see Lord Krishna.
घृतदधि रजनी रसात् किरन्तो व्रजनिलया जयघोषभूषितस्याः विदिशि वसनकादयश्च तस्मिन् परिणनृतुर्नृपचत्वरेति मत्ताः.
Their voices decorated with the shouts of Jaya. The people of Vraja sprinkled ghee, yogurt and turmeric. As if mad with happiness, Brahma, Shiva, Sanat Kumara and all the demigods danced in the king's courtyard.
व्रजपतिरतभूषणैर् अनर्घ्यैर् वसनचयैर्वरसौरभैश्च बन्धून् परिजनसहितान् अपि प्रपूर्णान् मुदितमना सकलान् अपि समार्चीत्.
With a joyful heart, the king of Vraja welcomed his friends and relatives and gave them gifts of many priceless jeweled ornaments, costly garments and fragrant incense and perfume, fulfilling all their desires.
तनय जन्म महे नृपतिर्बभौ रचितकोशकपाट विमोचनः प्रतिजगुर्निजवाञ्छितपूरणम् प्रमद संप्लुतियाचक संचयः.
Nanda Maharaja glowed with happiness at the celebration of his son's birth. He opened wide the doors of his treasury and gave charity without restriction. Drowning in a flood of happiness, the beggars loudly praised the king's charity that fulfilled all their desires.
परिमितं इव यद्बभूव सौख्यम् व्रजनगरे व्रजभूप तत्प्रजानाम् तदपरिमितताम् अपाप सद्यो यदवदि तत्परमो जगाम कृष्णः.
At first, the king of Vraja and his subjects experienced happiness within measured limits. But when child Krishna, the Supreme Lord, arrived, everyone's happiness at once passed beyond all limits.
Shri Rama Shri Dama Mukya Baburye Purva Paschad Ujvaladhyashcha Dimbaha Jyotishmat Virbrajamano Vrajastai Ratna Vyuhai Ratna Sanuryatabhute.
Behind Krishna came Shri Balarama, Shri Dhama, Ujvala, and many other children. Shining with great lustre, these boys made Vraja appear like the peak of a mountain of jewels.
Nandadinam Trishtatam Goshtabhumyam Govindadyair Atmajair Lakshmabadbihi Nana Sampatse Vitanam Samesham Gehe Gehe Saukya Punjo Jajumbe.
Filled with transcendental glory and opulence, Govinda and the other boys filled with happiness the homes of the fortunate cowherd men headed by Maharaja Nanda in Vrajabhumi.
Yam Nanda Sunurmanute Pumartaha Pumarta Bhutopi Paraparejaha Radadi Rupadi Gunairagada Babuvasa-damani kirtidaya.
Even though Lord Krishna, the son of Maharaja Nanda, is the supreme personality of Godhead, the ultimate goal of all living entities, he still considers that the supreme goal of his life is Sri Radha, who has fathomless beauty and numberless transcendental qualities, and who appeared in the holy abode of Vraja as the daughter of Kirtida Devi.
Janmotsavenaiva jagat sutruptam Yasya sureshair api samstutena Padabja lakshmani nirikshyanaryo Rameva kanyeyamiti pratiyuhu.
At the time of the festival of Sri Radha's birth, even the prayers of the great demigods left the world unsatisfied. When the women of Vraja saw the auspicious marks on her lotus feet, they all became convinced that this girl was the goddess of fortune.
Yam varnayantak kavayopi bibyush Chandra ravindadi ninindhuruchaihe Dhanyena yasyanati bishchashvat Pramoda muchair hrudayeshu bejuhu.
When poets attempt to describe Sri Radha, they became filled with awe and they loudly rebuked the moon, the lotus, and other beautiful things of this world. By constantly meditating on Sri Radha and by repeatedly offering obeisances to her, these poets attain intense happiness within their hearts.
Katakshapatat abhajanta yasya Vibhutayas sarva vidya prakasham Gunabrajan bhaktumadishvaropi Shashakano Nanda Sutas Samastan.
Every kind of transcendental glory and opulence is manifest from Sri Radha's sidelong glance. Even Lord Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, is not able to describe them all.
Sakyastu tasya samarupashila Gunasvasevati patutva bajaha Pradurbhavuvurvrajarajadaniyam Tadaiva gopa pravaralayeshu.
Sri Radha's friends, who expertly serve her and whose beauty, virtue, and transcendental qualities resemble hers, then appeared in the capital of the king of Vraja, in the homes of the best of the cowherds.
Iti ऐश्वर्यगाधं भिन्याम् सपरिकर भगवज्जन्मोत्सववर्णनं नाम पञ्चमी वृष्टिः षष्ठी वृष्टिः अम्बोजचक्रधरजम्बुयवर्धचन्द्र मीनान् कुशध्वज पविप्रमुखान् व्रजेशौ अङ्कान् सुतस्य करयोपदयोश्च वीक्ष्य सोऽयं महान् इति परां मुदमापतुस्तौ।
Sixth shower, the Lord's childhood pastimes and other pastimes. Observing a lotus flower, disc, corn shell, jumbo, tree, barley corn, half moon, rod for controlling elephants, flag, thunderbolt, and other auspicious markings on the hands and feet of their tiny child, the king and queen of Vraja became jubilant and thought, our son must be a great exalted person.
धृत्वा कूतं कालकूतं च पापां यासौ दात्री पूतना हन्तुमागात् तस्यै तुष्टो वेषमात्रात् सडिम्बः पादाद्दात्रीस्थानकं शुद्धिपूर्वम्.
Assuming a disguised form, sinful Putana came to kill Krishna by feeding him the poisoned milk from her breast. Pleased by her acceptance of a mother's role, the tiny child Krishna purified her and awarded her the post of his eternal mother in the spiritual world.
कपटावृतं शकटासुरं हरिरञ्जसा तमकण्डम् मरुतं च तं बलिनं विभुर्वनवासिनां सुखदशिशुः यदा यदा मातुरङ्के निविष्टः स चापलं दिव्यडिम्बो व्यतानीत् तदा तदा मातृवर्गान्यमांशोर्व्रजौकसश्चाखिल सौख्यसिन्धौ.
By quickly tearing apart the cark demon Shakatasura and the strong whirlwind demon Trunavarta, the supremely powerful child Krishna delighted the residents of Vrindavana. Whenever tiny Krishna was seated on his mother's lap, he became very restless and mischievous. Seeing his mischievous pastimes, the elderly gopis and all the other residents of Vrajabhumi became plunged in the ocean of transcendental bliss.
Gargacharyad atmanamani beje घूडम्बाबं व्यञ्जयन् पूतनारिः धेनेन वर्तं चोरिका नर्मदेवो गोपालिभिर्वर्ण्यमानं मुकुन्दः.
Krishna received many names from Gargacharya, and later the gopis, to describe his confidential pastimes, called him Mukunda, the giver of liberation, and Chorika Narmadeva, the playful king of thieves.
यदा शिशुर्दूलिखेलौ रतो भूत् महामनास तदा कामुकेभ्यः ददौ महान्दूलिमुष्टिच्चलेन प्रभुर्वरान् अमृतान्तान् मुनिभ्यः.
When great sages earned for some of the dust where child Krishna was playing, on the pretext of giving them a handful of dust, the generous Lord gave them the sweetest nectar.
Janakam upagata sadasi nandanrupam chapalo drutabharabhushano madurabhashano modakaraha అలికలసన్మసి కలిత చంద్రకలకుతుకీ హరిరకిలాన్వ్యదాద్ అతిచిరం విరమత్కరణాన్.
Sometimes restless, curious Krishna would approach his father, King Nanda, in the midst of the royal assembly. His forehead as splendid as the crescent moon, his eyes decorated with black ointment, and his words very sweet and charming. He delighted everyone and kept them from their business for a very long time.
కింకిణీ బలయనూపురధారీ నిష్కకుండల వరాంగదహారీ పీతచీనవసన సడింబః షింజితైరపి మనాంసి జహార.
Dressed in yellow silk and decorated with bracelets, anklets, necklaces, splendid armlets, and golden earrings, child Krishna stole everyone's heart with the tinkling sounds he made as he walked.
రతశిబికాంచితో హరిరభసాద్ ఉటజేషు యదా పరిచరితుం మునీన్ స్వనిరతాన్ జననీ సహితః ద్రుతదధిమోదకాదిబలికస్స బలశ్చ విభుః ప్రముదమగుస్తదా సుబహుతే విబుధాశ్చ పరాం.
Riding on a chariot with his brother Balarama and accompanied by his mother, who rode on a palanquin, Lord Hari would sometimes travel to the forest to serve the great devotees sages at their hermitages in the forest. When the Lord offered them yogurt, modaka candies, and other palatable foodstuffs, the intelligent sages became filled with bliss.
ఫలకృష్ణయో స జగదౌ ముదాదమీయాం సమాదదు ఫేలాం వేలాం ప్రతీత్య దేవాశ్చిత్రం శకుంతా సురేశ్వరా నిత్యం.
Disguised as birds, the great demigods would regularly eat the remnants of Krishna's and Balarama's meals. This is a great wonder.
ముష్ణన్ కవ్యం గోపికానాం సమిత్రః యుష్ణన్ కీషాన్ ముక్తపత్యశ్చ కృష్ణాః నోపాలబ్ధోప్యుక్తయాపి సదాత్ర్యా ప్రీతిం నీతా సాప్యనందోత్సుతేన.
Accompanied by his friends, Krishna would steal milk products from the gopis, eat some, give some to the monkeys. Even though these pranks were described to his mother, they only increased her love for him. Amused by all his pranks, she did not punish him.
మృత్సా ప్రాశీజ్ఞాపితస్వాగ్రజేన క్రోధాన్మాత్రా భర్త్సిత పూతనారిః భీతస్వాస్యే విశ్వమేతత్ ప్రదర్శ్య క్రోధం తస్యాశ్రంసయన్ అభ్యనందీత్.
One day, Krishna's elder brother informed his mother that Krishna has eaten clay. When his mother angrily rebuked him, frightened Krishna showed her the entire universe within his mouth. Pacifying her in this way, child Krishna became jubilant.
విలోక్యాపరాధం జనన్యా నిబద్ధో విభుత్వం స్వకీయం ముదా దర్శయత్తాం విభజ్యార్జునౌ తౌ చ ముక్తౌ చకార స్వయం బద్ధమూర్తిర్బతాసౌ ముకుందః.
Bound up by his mother when she saw his pranks, Krishna displayed his great power. Even though he was himself bound, he broke the two Arjuna trees and gave them both liberation. For this reason, he is known as Mukunda, the giver of liberation.
वृन्दाटवीमदिवसन् हरिरम्बुजाक्षः सञ्चारयन् सखिकुलैः सह तर्णकौगान् वत्सासुरम्बकमगं च जगान सद्यः शुद्धं व्यदात् कमलजं च स जग्दिमुग्धः.
Staying in Vrindavana forest and herding the calves with his friends, Krishna killed Vatsasura, Bhakasura and Aghasura. Once, when his lunch was interrupted, he purifies the demigod Brahma.
कालियम्बत विमर्द्य सनागः सूरजां रचितवान् परिशुद्धां निर्विवारकलु गोकुलबाजां भावमद्भुतम् उदारम् उदीक्ष्य.
When Krishna crushed the Kaliya serpent and purified the Yamuna river, he observed the great and wonderful love the residents of Gokula held for him, and he became very pleased at heart.
धीव्यन्वन्द्वीबाबतोऽहन् प्रलम्बम् देवारातिं धेनुकद्वेषिणायः मुञ्जाटव्यां तापवह्निं निपीय व्यक्तिचक्रे साधु सौहार्दमीशः.
Playing with his friends in pairs, Lord Krishna arranged that Balarama, the enemy of Dhenukasura, would kill the demon Pralamba, the enemy of the demigods. By swallowing a fire in the Munjatavi forest, Krishna displayed the friendship he bears for his devotees.
गोपकुमारी वसननिकायम् स्कन्धे निददौ सकलु विमातम् वीक्षित सकलकलेवरशोभः सूचित शुद्ध जनामित्रलोभः.
Placing the gopis' garments on his shoulder and gazing at the beauty of their bodies, Lord Krishna revealed to the world the pure devotees' unlimited desires to attain him.
स्तोत्रयत्सु न च यस्य कटाक्षः सनतेष्वपि भवेद्विबुधेषु संस्तुवन् व्रजभुवस्तरुसङ्गान् सस्वजेति मुदितः सबुजाभ्याम्.
When the demigods offered prayers and dance, Krishna will not even glance at them from the corner of his eye, although he himself glorifies the trees of Vrajabhumi and very happily embraces them with both his arms.
भुक्त्वान्नानि ब्राह्मणीनां मुकुन्दः प्रादात्ताभ्यस्वान्ग्रिलाभं वरं सः संस्काराद्यान् हेलयन्नात्मभक्तेः श्रद्धां ये ज्ञापयामास हेतुम्.
After eating the foodstuffs offered by the wives of the Brahmanas, Lord Krishna blessed them to attain his own lotus feet. Rejecting the importance of Vedic rituals, he proclaimed that their pure faith in him was the cause of their advancement in pure devotional service.
कैशोरे वयसि हरिर्दरं सादद्रे गर्विष्ठं त्रिदशपतिं जिगाय शक्रम् उद्रावं व्रजवनिता मनांसि यस्मात् सम्प्रापुर्मदनकुलान् इवाग्निपुञ्जात्.
In his youth, Krishna lifted Govardhana hill and defeated Indra, the proud king of the demigods. For his sake, the hearts of the girls of Vraja were filled with amorous passions, as if surrounded by a host of blazing fires.
गान्धर्वी विधिरभवद्व्रजाङ्गनानां दाम्पत्यै व्रजविदुना सकाकिलानां गीर्वाण्यः कुसुमकिरोजगुर्विचित्रम् नृत्यन्त्योध्वनितमृदङ्गिका प्रहर्षात्.
When all the girls of Vraja married Lord Krishna, the moon of Vraja, according to the Gandharva rite, The demigoddesses in the celestial planets, jubilantly and wonderfully scattered flowers, sang, danced, and played murdangas.
विधिं स्थावकं भावकं चन्द्रचूडम् ततो निर्जरान् किङ्करानिन्द्रमुख्यान् हरेर्नन्दसूनो रमयन्त गोपास् तृणेभ्योऽसुरान् कंसपक्षाश्रितांस्ते.
Seeing Brahma offering prayers, Shiva expressing his devotion, and Indra and all the demigods acting as servants of Nanda's son Krishna, the cowherd people understood that Kamsa's demonic allies were as insignificant as so many pieces of straw.
श्रीकान्तं प्रणतैकबन्धुमतसी पुष्पप्रभं चिद्घनम् चन्द्रास्यं कमलेक्षणं मलयजालिप्तं लसद्भूषणम् चित्रोष्णीशं मुदारगौरवसनं कृष्णं सुरेन्द्रार्चितम् वीक्ष्य स्वानुगमुद्ययुः परमिकां प्रीतिं व्रजस्ताभृशम्.
As they gazed on Lord Krishna, the only friend of the surrendered souls, the husband of the goddess of fortune, the object of worship for the leaders of the demigods, his face the moon, his eyes lotus flowers, his complexion splendid as a dark atassi flower, his spiritual form anointed with sandal paste, dressed in exquisite golden ornaments, decorated with glistening ornaments, crowned with a wonderfully colorful turban, and always surrounded by his friends, the people of Vraja became filled with bliss and love.
अत व्रजपतिरुदीक्ष्य सद्गुणैर्वरम् हरिं विनयिनम् आत्मजं मुदा शुभक्षणे शुभविधिना व्रजापने रजीगमत् किल युवराजतामसौ.
Seeing him very gentle, humble, and filled with transcendental good qualities at an auspicious moment, and with many auspicious ceremonies, King Nanda crowned his son Krishna, the prince of Vraja.
बलभद्रं च चकारमौमिकम् व्रजभूमैर्हरिमन्त्रिणं च तम् सदनं तस्य सुचारुनिर्ममे सुखसिन्धौ निखिलान्निममज्जयत्.
Nanda built a beautiful palace and appointed Lord Balarama as Prime Minister and Governor of Vrajabhumi. In this way, he plunged everyone into an ocean of happiness.
आदिदेश निज शिल्पी कुमारं बुद्धिसागरम् अपार बलं सह सौदम् अद्भुततमं रचयत्वम् येन रज्यति हरिस्तव मित्रम्.
To his personal architect's son, a boy who was an ocean of intelligence and whose physical strength had no farther shore, Nanda ordered, "Please build a very wonderful palace that will please your friend Krishna."
पुरुकान्ति बलीकजालरम्यम् वरवेदी गृहसन्दिलाञ्छितं सह बलिताश्रयम् अम्बुयन्त्रराजी व्रजचन्द्रस्य चकार सद्मसद्यः.
For Lord Krishna, the moon of Vraja, he at once built a very beautiful palace with a network of splendid roofs and rooftop apartments, and with many beautiful courtyards, lattices, windows, doorways, and decorative water fountains.
मणिबद्धतटैस्फुटत्सरोजैः शुशुभे यद्विमलाम्बुभिः सरोभिः अलिगुञ्जितमञ्जुभिश्चतुर्भिः स्फुटप्रकरैः सुनिष्कुटैश्च.
Decorated with 4 clear lakes, full of blossoming lotus flowers, and bounded by jeweled shores, and gardens full of many kinds of blossoming flowers and humming bumblebees. That palace was splendidly beautiful.
सचरचयञ्चकार गिरिजानुषुभूरिविदान् मणिनिलयांस्तथैव सुरशिल्पि मनोहरणान् सपदि सर्वैस्तुतोषरसिकः खलु तत्र मुदा सह मनसा ददौ समणिभूषणचेलसञ्चयान्.
On many mountain peaks, the architect built many different jeweled palaces, more beautiful than anything built by the celestial architect Vishwakarma. Expert at appreciating art and architecture, Krishna was very pleased and with a happy heart gave the architect many jeweled ornaments and valuable garments.
Smita Bhikshana Viddachetasa Varasaundarya Sudha Sudamani Svajanai Saharadikachutaihi Spuratasteshu Sadaiva Medurau.
There forms the abodes of nectar of the most splendid transcendental handsomeness, and their hearts pierced by each other's smiling glances. The lovers, Shri Shri Radha and Krishna, enjoy many pastimes with their friends in these jeweled palaces.
Vrajanrupatir Jagamasa Yada Sahadara Kumara Parshador Atashibika Hayai Suruchirair Vrushabanupuram Nimantritaha Sumanidara Saturyaninado Varachamara Sevitode Yutimatulam Vilokya Divishanikaropita Dhavisismiye.
When invited for a visit, the king of Vraja travelled with his wife, son, friends, all decorated with glistening jewels and fanned with chamara whisks, and all riding on chariots, palanquins, or horses to the accompaniment of a band of turyas. Even the great demigods became struck with wonder to see the splendid sight.
Adigamya Banu Nrupatir Vrajeshwaram Bhavanam Ninaya Rachitarchana Kramaha Paribhojyatam Bahuvidan Rasan Prabhu Saha Parshada Pramudito Babhuvasaha.
When the king of Vraja entered the palace, Maharaja Vrushabhanu and his associates, with great respect and cordial hospitality, at once brought him many kinds of palatable foods.
Saki Vrundair Nikila Samujjihana Madura Sechanakam Vilokya Krishnam Janata Tatra Sukam Budaunyamajjat Purubabastu Visheshatastarunyaha.
Gazing at the shower of nectar that is Lord Krishna, all these friends, and especially the young girls who were deeply in love with him, became plunged into an ocean of transcendental bliss.
Pibatorapi susmitamrutani Rati Trushna Kulayor Adisnuyuno Samudaida Sitambujachadabang Tadidabra Prabayo Kataksha Vrushtihi.
Thirsting to enjoy transcendental amorous pastimes, Shri Shri Radha Krishna drank the nectar of each other's charming smiles. A monsoon shower of sidelong glances rose from the dark lotus petal eyes of the dark mountain monsoon cloud and glittering lightning flash that were Shri Shri Radha Krishna.
Ato Bhanubupo Varair Mandanadhyaihi Samarthya Vrajadharavaram Sanugamsaha Anuvrajyatam Sanugastadvidrushtaha Svakam Kruchrato Manjubejeni Kunjam.
presenting many valuable ornaments and other gifts. Maharaja Vrishabhanu worshipped the king of Vraja. He and his associates followed the king of Vraja and his party for a great distance, and only with great reluctance did he finally turn back and enter his own beautiful garden.
Tada sa ravinda jananya savrunda Samaradi saradika bhushanadhyaihi Hare prema patri jada rajaputri Vrajakshema datri prayatu sahaichat.
After this visit, Princess Radhika, the object of Lord Krishna's love and the auspiciousness of Vraja, desired to travel to Vraja. She wished to go there decorated with costly garments and ornaments and holding a lotus flower in her hand in the company of her mother and friends.
Shrivikashcha ratascha rukmachelaihi Pihita jalibir abrakachakaischa Tadupayayur ujvalair lalamair Bahubaso nrupachatvaram tadanim.
The many very splendid palanquins and chariots, studded with Vaidhurya jewels, decorated with glittering ornaments, and covered with golden cloths, entered the courtyard of Maharaja Nanda.
Balairuddhatanam kishori vrutanam Lasadyauvananam ranadbhushananam Tada gujjarinam tatirvagmininam Mudayana samvahanartadya trishtat.
Decorated with tinkling ornaments and talking with great animation, the splendidly beautiful girls happily assembled for the journey.
Samarudayana baladburiganaha Shanairvidyamana varaischa maradhyaihi Priyananda suno pareshasya vadvas Tato nirjayus subruvo radhikadyaha.
Then Sri Radhika and the other girls, who were all very dear to Lord Krishna, the son of Nanda, ascended their chariots and palanquins. Singing many songs and gently fanned by maid servants holding chamara and other fans, the beautiful eyebrow girls left the palace courtyard.
Babau kambavo bairikam saushirapi Dvanirmangalo rajaputrya prayane Lasatsvarna vetrasi chapeshu hasta Dadavupura parshvatopi praviraha.
A band of conch shells, kettle drums, and wind instruments played auspicious music during Princess Radhika's journey. A band of heroic soldiers, armed with golden clubs, swords, bows, and arrows, guarded the traveling party on the front and sides.
Vavau mandamandam tada gandabaho Dadarata patram mahadvaridopi Vitenurvaram nrutya geetam cha devyo Mrudangadinadam nutim chati chitram.
A fragrant breeze gently blew. A great cloud became like a parasol to shade the traveling party. And the demigoddesses in the celestial planets sang, danced, recited prayers, and played murdangas and other musical instruments.
Fanifakkikam iva vikshya Tam sakundalana purim Yulatam iva kilatam nutam Pramadahare pramudam daduhu.
Seeing the sprawling city of Nandagrama, which was encircled by walls and a moat and which appeared to them to be like a coiled up serpent, a sublimely complicated argument offered by the grammarian Patanjali. or a celestial wine that fulfills all desires, the girls happily spoke many prayers, glorifying Lord Krishna.
अवतीर्यतामणियानतः हरितोष्यसार्तिकसञ्चयान् प्रणिपत्य गोकुलभूमिपां जगृहुस्ततो वरवीटिकाः.
The girls descended from their palanquins and chariots, rewarded the palanquin bearers and chariot drivers, bowed down to offer respects to the queen of Gokula, and accepted from her a gift of excellent betel nuts.
अतसिञ्जितामृतवन्दिते प्रियमानसा स्वगृहान् गताः कृतमज्जना कमलेक्षणाः प्रियकर्म तत्प्रतिपेदिरे.
Then the lotus-eyed girls, whose twinkling anklets charmed the hearts of their husbands, returned to their own homes, bathed and performed their household duties to please their husbands.
सम्पालयन्नैचिकीनां कदम्बं तम्पाकिमम्बापमेनीदृशां सह कम्पाकुलः सन्ददे दीप्तकीर्तिर् लम्पाकहृत्सुन्दरो नन्दसूनुः.
As he herded the Surabhi cows, Maharaja's glorious and handsome son, who has the heart of a rake, trembled with passionate love for the doe-eyed gopis.
तातम् अम्बुपतितापनीतम् वन्दितो विरचितार्चनयीशः आनिनाय भवनं पुरुतेजा मोदयन् व्रजभुवं बभाषे.
Receiving the prayers and worship of Varuna, the controller of the waters, and bringing his father, who had been kidnapped by Varuna, to his own home again, and in this way pleasing the people of Vrajabhumi, the all-powerful Supreme Lord appeared very splendid and glorious.
वृन्दारण्यचन्द्रिका वृन्दरम्यम् पश्यन् वंशीवदायामास कृष्णः आयाताभिस्तत्र गोपान् गणाभिर्देव्यन्तीभिर्मण्डितोऽसौ बभूव.
When Krishna saw the beauty of moonlit Vrindavana forest, he began to play his flute. He was quickly decorated by the splendid gopis who rushed to meet him there.
माधव्यस्ता मञ्जुतौर्यत्रिकाद्यैर् मञ्जुरूपैश्च कृष्णाम् प्रेम्णा नर्चुसार्तिकासौ चकाशे अनन्तानन्दाख्यायिनी वाक्तदैव.
Singing, dancing, and playing musical instruments, the beautiful gopis affectionately worshipped Krishna. These pastimes confirm the scripture statement that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is full of unlimited transcendental pleasure.
वीणा वेणुमृदङ्गनूपुरलसत्कांस्यादिनादैरभूत् ताततैतततैश्च तालमिलितैर्नृत्यैश्च गीतैश्च यत् चित्रैपाणिविदूननैस्तनुमणिद्योतनैश्च रासाङ्गने तद्वक्तुं प्रमवते कथं सुखमहो वाग्देवतापि स्वयम्.
How can even Saraswati Devi, the goddess of eloquent speech, attain the power to describe the transcendental happiness created in the arena of the Rasa dance by the wonderful sounds of the flutes, lutes, drums, ankle bells, glistening belts, and many ornaments, by the sounds of tha-tha-thai from the hand cymbals, by the wonderful singing and dancing, by the graceful hand gestures, and by the splendid twirls that were the beautiful slender forms of the gopis.
कुण्डलित्वं मनयत्सुदर्शनम् कुण्डलित्वम् अपहायन् विभुः शङ्खचूडम् अपि तं स्वमन्तकम् प्रापयन्नुदहरत् स्वमन्तकम्.
All-powerful Lord Krishna rescued Vidyadhara Sudarshana from the life of a serpent and transformed him to a demigod. The Lord also personally killed Shankachuda and took his Shamantaka jewel.
व्रजवनिता वनन्तनिरतं हरिमम्बुदसोदरं यदा विरहदुता पुराणपुरुषं जगुरम्बुजलोचनाश्चिरम् भुवनतलं तदेदम् अखिलं सरदुष्णसुकाम्बुसङ्कुला दुरधिगमा समाधिनिलयैरपि हंसकुलैः सभाददे.
Overcome with feelings of separation for a long time, the lotus-eyed girls of Vraja sang the glories of Lord Krishna, the ancient supreme personality of Godhead, who was the brother of the dark monsoon clouds and who had then disappeared into the forest. At that time, throughout the entire world, the swan-like pure devotees, wrapped in meditation, became like flowing rivers of hot tears of anguish and cold tears of transcendental joy.
व्रजविपिने विचित्रविहगो हरिवेणुरवो यदा बभौ विदिशिवशक्रतुम्बुरुमुखा विबुधोऽपि ददुर्विचित्रताम्. प्रकृतिविपर्ययं तु सरितो गिरयश्च ययुर्मितस्तदा व्रजमहिलास्तु बेजुरखिलाश्चलता सरसीषु मज्जनम्.
When the colorful bird of the sound of Krishna's flute flew into the sky in Vrindavana forest, Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Narada and all the demigods became struck with wonder. The hills began to flow like rivers. The rivers stood like immovable hills. And all the girls of Vraja became plunged in the river of transcendental unrest.
चातोरुष्टकष्टकासारवासी यस्मात् केशी मृत्युवेशी बभूव व्योम प्राप व्योमतां येव सद्यः सोऽयं कृष्णो देववृन्दैर्ववन्दे.
The demigods offered respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna, who plunged the Arishta demon into a flood of pain, who led the Keshi demon to his death, and who made the Vyoma demon enter the great sky of the impersonal void.
हरिरत मथुरां गतसकंसं प्रणिहतवान् वृजिनं जहार पित्रोः यदु नृपमकृताहु किं परेशः सपदि कुशस्थलिकां मदिष्टितोऽभूत्.
Then Lord Krishna went to Mathura, where he killed Kamsa and removed the sufferings of his parents. After installing Ugrasena as king of the Edu lands, the Lord immediately went to Dwaraka.
कुरुपतितनयान् निहत्य दुष्टान् व्यदितपतिं निखिलस्य धर्मपुत्रम् क्षतकलनिचयो विवेशगोष्ठम् सफलमिदं कृतवान्नसौ तुमाप्याम्.
Lord Krishna killed the demoniac sons of Dhritarashtra, the king of the Kurus, and installed Yudhishthira, the son of Yamaraja, as emperor of the entire earth. After killing a great host of demons, Lord Krishna returned to Vraja, where for 2 months he fulfilled everyone's desires.
इति ऐश्वर्यखाधं भिन्यां भगवद्बाल्यादिक्रमलीलावर्णनं नाम षष्ठी वृष्टिः. सप्तमी वृष्टिः शीघ्रगै प्रतिनिवेदिते हरौ धुन्दुबिकिल जगर्ज सुस्वनम् मङ्गलध्वनिरबोद् गृहे गृहे काननानि ददिरे मधुश्रुतिम्।
Seventh Shava. Lord Krishna's return to Gokula and his later pastimes. When Uddhava and other messengers begged that he return to Gokula, Lord Krishna assented to their request. When the Lord returned, melodious sounds of Dhundubi drums thundered, auspicious shouts of joy arose in every home, and the forests of Vrindavana showered a great monsoon of nectar.
उदिते विदौ प्रमुदे ददे व्रजभूरसौ जलधिर्यता।
When the moon of Lord Krishna arose, the land of Vraja became like an ocean filled with waves of transcendental bliss.
समुपागते बत माधवे अटवीबसागमदे तताम्।
When Lord Krishna arrived, the forest of Vrindavana suddenly blossomed into spring.
परिषस्वजिरे हरिं मुदा निज बाबा निखिला व्रजौकसाः स्रवदस्रपरीत बक्षसो वरनीपस्तवक प्रभोज्वलाः।
The splendid Kadamba trees suddenly burst into bloom, tears flowing onto their chests. All the people of Vraja embraced Lord Krishna with intense feelings of love and bliss.
तत्र गतस्ते मुनयो वनस्ता द्रष्टुं हरिं संयमिनो वनस्ताः सम्पूजितास्तेन धृतात्मभावास् तं तुष्टुवुः संस्फुरदात्मभावाः।
Many sannyasi sages and ascetic householders came there to see Lord Krishna. The Lord worshipped them with great reverence, and they spoke many prayers glorifying the Lord with great love and devotion.
सर्वेश्वरस्त्वं परमुक्तिदस्त्वं स्वात्मप्रदस्त्वं स्वजनानुरागी त्वमेव विज्ञानसुखात्ममूर्तिः श्रीवत्सलक्ष्मीनिलयस्त्वमेव।
They said, O Lord, you are the master of everyone. You are the giver of ultimate liberation. You give yourself to your devotees. You are full of love for your devotees. Your transcendental form is the abode of all knowledge and bliss. You are the resting place of Srivatsa and Lakshmi.
विभ्राजितः कौस्तुभकान्तिवृन्दैर् जगज्जनिस्ते मलयैकहेतुः अचिन्त्यशक्तिपुरुषादिरूपो विद्यादयो देवतवैव वृत्याः।
O Lord, you are splendidly decorated with the Kaustubha jewel. You are the only cause of the birth, maintenance, and destruction of all universes. You are the master of all inconceivable potencies. You are the origin of the Purushavataras. Brahma and all the demigods are your servants.
गोविन्दनन्दात्मजकं सवंश निसूदन श्रीधरन पुनीः श्रीगोकुलाधीश जयत्वमुच्चैर् इह स्मकैसार्धमुदारकीर्तिः।
O Govinda, O son of Nanda, O killer of Kamsa and his friends, O husband of the goddess of fortune, please purify us. O glorious king of Gokula, who is always surrounded by great devotees, all glories to you.
तव भक्तिरच्युत करोति परां मुदिरद्युते मुदमुदारमणे प्रतिदेहितां नवविदां तदिमां वृणुमो वयं वरं मतो न परम्.
O infallible Lord, as splendid as a dark monsoon cloud, your devotional service creates intense transcendental bliss. O jewel of all generous and charitable persons, please give this ninefold devotional service to us. We think that no blessing is better than this.
शिविकारतवाजिराजितैर् विपिनेषु स्वजनैरतावृतः विहरन् रसभोजनैरतो मुमुदेसौ परयाश्रियार्चितः.
Riding on splendid palanquins, chariots, and horses, Lord Krishna and his friends went to the forests of Vrindavana. There he enjoyed with them the nectar of transcendental pastimes. There he was worshipped by the supreme goddess of fortune.
सखिभिः सह धेनुसञ्चयान् स्वसमानैर्गुणरूपसम्पदा गिरिराजवनेषु पालयन् विविधा केलिकलास्तथा नसः.
With his friends who are like him in good quality, handsome form, and transcendental opulence, he enjoyed many wonderful pastimes as he herded the cows on Govardhana hill and in the forests of Vraja.
वनिता स नितान्त सुन्दरीर् निशिवृन्दा विपिने विषन्दरीः सुखसीम विलासलालसः प्रभुरानन्दमयोऽप्यरीरमत्.
Eager to enjoy the ultimate transcendental pleasure, he entered at night deep within the forest of Vrindavana, and there, even though he is the natural blissful supreme personality of Godhead, he enjoyed the unlimitedly beautiful girls of Vraja.
येता विष्णोर्नन्दपुत्रस्य नित्या लीला नित्यानन्दमूर्ते प्रदिष्टाः श्रद्धावद्विकीर्त्यमाना समन्तात् संसाराग्निप्रौढम् उन्मूलयति.
These eternal and blissful transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Lord, Vishnu, the son of Maharaja Nanda, which have been related to us by the faithful pure devotees, completely extinguished the blazing fire of repeated birth and death in the confines of the material world.
विद्याभूषण प्रणीतं हरिचरितं चित्सुखात्मकं ह्येतत् परिगीतं शुकमुनिना सदसि सेव्यं स्वरूपं इव.
Originally spoken by the sage Srila Shukadeva Goswami in the assembly of great devotees, these transcendental and blissful pastimes of Lord Krishna have now been repeated by Baladeva Vidyabhushana. These pastimes should be worshipped in the same way the transcendental form of the Lord is worshipped and served.
ऐश्वर्या परिकीर्तनाद्व्रज विदो कृष्णस्य ये साधवस् तापाग्निप्रतिलीढ हृत्सरसिजां लायन्ति शुष्यद्विषः तेषां तापविमर्दनाय विशदा श्रीसार्वभौम प्रभोः कारुण्यादुदिते यमाशु भवतात् ऐश्वर्यकादम्बिनी.
By the mercy of Sri Krishna Deva Sarvabhauma Prabhu, this monsoon of the transcendental opulences of the Lord has now risen to relieve the sufferings of the saintly devotees, whose lotus hearts have become dry, wilted, and lustreless, scorched by the painful heat of the inability to hear the glorification of the transcendental opulences of Lord Krishna, the moon of Vraja.
ऐश्वर्ये पूर्वेयं पूर्वपर्वा कादम्बिनी नन्दसुतावलम्बा स्याद्भुवि यत्सिन्धुशशाङ्कशाके सतां प्रिया तच्चरणाश्रितानाम्.
The unprecedented, blissful and festive monsoon of the opulences of Lord Krishna, the son of Nanda, that precedes this verse has appeared in this world in 1701 of the Shaka era. May this monsoon become dear to the saintly devotees who have taken shelter of Lord Krishna's lotus feet. Thus ends the translation of Sri Aishwarya Kadambini, the monsoon of Lord Krishna's opulence, of Srila Baladeva Vidyabhushana.
इति ऐश्वर्यकादम्बिन्याम् श्रीगोकुलागमनाद्युत्तरलीलावर्णनं नाम सप्तमी वृष्टिः. इति श्रीलभलदेवविद्याभूषणविरचितम् ऐश्वर्यकादम्बिनी सम्पूर्णम्. हरिः ॐ तत्सत्.